Hi, good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday, the 30th of September, and I don't know, a little after 6 o'clock here in rainy Florida. Boy, are we finally getting some really good rain down here. We've sure needed it. My face is a little bad. I've been working out in the garden, getting my winter garden in. Now I got to thinking about some things, and you know, there's a lot of like-minded people out here who, just like myself, I mean, we really don't know what to expect, and boy, that's probably the worst of the worst of the worst, is the not knowing when they're going to crash the economy. Because let's be honest, they're pumping it up. You know, it's all fake, and so they could pull the plug on this anytime they want. They really could. You know, we get. I can't even read everything that I get sent every day. It's impossible for me to do that. I mean, I would have to quit my job and sit in front of a computer all day just to try to, and then you have to sort out what's good intel, what's not good intel. You know, some of these independent reporters, you don't know who to trust, who not to trust. How much of this is propaganda just to again instill fear into the American people? And so it's real difficult. And you know, we're frustrated because we know something's getting ready to happen, and we just don't know what it is. We don't know what it's going to look like. We don't know what it's going to entail. And we try to prepare and try to think of everything that we're going to need, and you know, this is where basics really come back into play here, man. If you know how to hunt and fish and grow some beans or something, man, you're probably going to do okay, you know. But I'm wondering what it's going to look like. And here's what I was thinking about today in my mind's eye. You know, when you had the USSR, they were much like the United States, only they were under a dictator. You know, and they had been for a long time. I mean, you know, they had Lenin and Stalin and Khrushchev, and so they were under communism for a very long time, and when the USSR fell, it divided up into states. Now what's interesting is the United States is already divided into states, and we're actually kind of looking and going the route that the USSR did back when communism took it over. This just blows me away, that why would anyone that knows anything about what the communists did, why would they want it here? Good grief. And now we've got these people. Look at Ukraine. Do you know why Ukraine is fighting against? Because they had a taste of freedom, and they're like, no, we do not want to go back under communism again. We don't want to be under socialist government. We want to be left alone. I mean, and the people in this country don't, I just, oh my gosh, I don't get it. I don't get it. But here's what I kind of see as a possibility for the United States. There's going to be states that are free states, and then there's going to be states that are under the rule of a communistic government. And the thing is how are we going to? man, how do you even know how to get from point A to point B on this? And I'm just throwing this out here as a possibility, but man, as I thought about things, and even if we look at Europe and all that stuff, man, this is all stuff that's happened before. Look at Rome. So, maybe this is something we could discuss this week on our conference call that's Sundays at 2 o'clock Eastern time. I would like to hear some people's thoughts and ideas on what they think here. I've been pushing constitutional communities where people just go and basically restart from scratch in their own community with everything. You have your own law enforcement, you have everything. And really the people should be their own law enforcement. We need someone to investigate crimes and things like that. And for those of you out there that's never researched or looked into common law grand jury, boy, that would be something, to really, that would be an important part of a small community. But and maybe we need to rewrite our own constitution, and we need to rewrite our own, we've got a good foundation to build on there with the Bill of Rights, and I'll be honest with you, anything after the 10th Amendment I don't even think is necessary, because everything's covered in those first 10 amendments. Everything is covered, and so it doesn't really make sense to have all these other stupid amendments, and then we've got statutes and codes and regulations and I did the video the other day about freedom or fear, and something that I got to thinking about when I was doing the video was kind of how we got to where we are. Is we said, well, I don't like this law, or I don't like this code, or I don't like this statute, but well, I'll just follow this, and then what? And really, I'll tell you what. Okay, I'll tell you what really gets me. Watch this. We started out with a whole bunch of freedoms in the box, and what they've done over time is they've put us into smaller and smaller and smaller boxes. And here's the kicker. We've allowed it. People are like, what do we do to get our rights back? And I keep telling you, you just don't follow illegal laws. We have the right to bear arms. And if we're going to do that openly, then we have to, somewhere along the way, as a massive group, come up with I call it a strap it on day. Strap that puppy onto your side and go about your business. Just go about your business. Go do everything you normally do. Your grocery shopping, go to work, do everything you normally do, but you do it armed. And let me tell you something. You get 50 or 60 million people doing that, they can't handle it. They could not handle that type of a non-compliance. Let me tell you something. It'd scare the pants off of them. It'd scare the pants off of them. Guys, why can't we do this? Why can't we organize, get together, and let's put fear into them instead of allowing them to put fear into us? They should be absolutely terrified of us because we outnumber them, and I guarantee you, we outgun them. Guys, we outgun them. We own this. I don't know. That's kind of just my thoughts for today, and I appreciate you guys watching my videos. I'm extremely humbled by the nice comments, and I will say this: my wife's having surgery on Thursday, so if you could remember her in prayer, I'd appreciate it. Hey, thanks a lot. Have a good night. Keep your powder dry.